Have you ever wondered about going on an African safari? Have you thought about what it would be like to go on a game drive where you leave the camp several times a day to view the wildlife up close and personal? Well, good news. In this video, I'm going to try and give you every bit of information you've ever wondered about this amazing experience. If you have a question that I've missed, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and I will answer it there. On the safari trips that I've been on, there have been two parts of the trip. First, we're in a city for a few days, like say Nairobi or Cape Town, depending on what part of Africa you're experiencing. Then you go out to the camps. Now, I use the word camp loosely. These are amazing places where you're incredibly comfortable. My personal preference is to be in the city less and to be out in the camps more. While you're out there, typically you take a morning and an evening game drive. You have the option to go or not go. I highly recommend that you schedule enough time so that you'll be comfortable skipping an outing if you want to sleep in, or spend the afternoon napping or reading. At the very minimum, I would want to be in a single camp for at least 4 nights. The camp has safari vehicles that will take you out to view the wildlife. On one safari, we picked whichever vehicle we wanted each time. And on another one, we would pick the same vehicle for the entire trip. This way we would have the same guide and driver so they could keep track of what we'd seen and what we hadn't seen. The vehicles are very comfortable and well equipped. How bumpy the drive is depends on, of course, how bumpy the area is. My experience is that you're usually on a well-worn path. Sometimes you go off-road and then you can get bumped around a little bit. Normally, you're concentrating so hard on what you're trying to find that you don't even notice. The big 5 that you hear about are lion, leopard, rhino, elephant, and buffalo. My first safari, I saw 4 of the big 5, and on this last one, I was blessed to see all 5. Your driver and guide want you to see everything there is to see. They're your best friend on safari. What should you wear on safari? I love safari clothes. It's important to be comfortable. You need to wear layers because you never know what the temperature might do. You should stay to neutral colors, which is also great because everything matches with everything else. Bright colors can make the animals avoid you, which of course you don't want. People have asked, is it safe? I can tell you that I've certainly never felt threatened out on a game drive. If you tend to be high anxiety, I guess you need to decide for yourself how comfortable you are driving around and getting close to large wild animals. You're escorted by armed guides. The drivers know how to watch the animals and make sure we aren't upsetting them. This is something you'll have to decide for yourself. Both safaris I've been on were with big groups, so both times we took over the entire camp, so the game drives were all with people we already knew. Depending on the safari you take, your game drives may be private or shared. If that's important to you, be sure to work that out in advance. A game drive is in the ballpark of 3 hours. To me, it feels like 15 minutes, and it's never long enough. It isn't unusual during an evening drive to have what's referred to as sundowners. It's where all the safari vehicles come together and they set up champagne and other drinks along with snacks. You watch the sun go down together. It's a beautiful time of day to visit with your fellow safariers and discuss what you've seen during the day. What should you pack for a safari? Number 1, comfortable clothes. A neutral colored raincoat. On safari, people don't tend to dress for dinner. You just wear what you've been wearing all day. Maybe this is part of why I love it so much. You'll want a hat with a string to secure it under your chin so it doesn't fly away. Same with your sunglasses. I like to bring a reusable water bottle to fill up every day. I've personally never been bothered by bugs on a safari, but if you tend to be, you can pack some insect repellent and apply it before each drive. Here's some do's and don'ts. Do come with a curious mind. Do relax and enjoy the experience. Do dress in neutral tones. Do listen to your guides. Do look up from your phone. Do be patient. These are wild, free animals, not in a zoo awaiting your arrival. Don't make too much noise and repel the animals. Don't jump out of the vehicle unless directed by your driver and guide. And don't ever forget this experience.